What's going on with you?
Well, it's a bit of a fantasy thing, and it's a bit of an NFL thing. Because look, I don't even want to get into my angle of how I own Le'Veon Bell. I traded him away. I think I made up pretty good in that deal. It's what's really kind of annoying now is that I feel like, and tell me if you feel this way too, but I feel the facts are always changing in the Le'Veon Bell case. Mm-hmm. And I think whether it's the media not telling us everything or there's new discoveries, because there seems to be different sides, new sides to the story every week, and it's getting really dumb. Like the main example I have in this Le'Veon Bell saga is that the whole time, for the first 10 weeks of the season, we all knew as fans that Le'Veon Bell had to report to the Steelers by week 10, because if he didn't respond by week 10, the Steelers could definitely refranchise him next year. Either that happens or he wouldn't even hit free agency. Mm-hmm. So this was the common knowledge that everyone had for the first 10 weeks. We knew that we were wondering if he'd show up earlier. We knew he was missing money. And so a week ago, we found that there was something called the transitional tag. Mm-hmm. I never knew about the transitional tag. No one ever heard the transitional tag. This is something that no one ever knew and discussed for the first 9-10 weeks. So that was new information. So now we're all weighing our opinions on the transitional tag and what's everyone going to do. And so now it comes out today, right on the eve of their week 10 game, that no, in fact, Le'Veon Bell is allowed to sit for the rest of the season and he will be a free agent next year. What the hell is going on? Why is the information always changing? I mean, am I wrong?
Is that the latest now?
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell doesn't have to play this year and he can be a free agent next year?
Yeah, he could sit. He does not have to worry about any sort of tag whatsoever, and he can leave next year.
Wow.
That's the situation. Yeah, like the Steelers can maybe put a transitional tag on him, but they were saying that he's still going to become a free agent regardless. He's played 4 years. He played 4 years in his rookie contract. Once you play 4 years, I guess you could sit out. Your fifth year of eligibility is whatever happens, and you become a free agent. So I want to know, what really pisses me off is that how come we didn't know all the facts as fans? I mean, I feel like the media was kind of either they didn't know either, but I feel like
they knew.
We've all been strung along, dude. The whole time we've been strung along. I mean, why can't we just?
Here's what it is, follow the money, right? So the media, they don't get their press credentials issued by Le'Veon Bell. They get it issued by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So even though their job is to independently report news on the Pittsburgh Steelers, if they're being provided access by the Pittsburgh Steelers, they need to toe the line to keep that access, right? Which means, for the sake of everyone's job, this isn't even being suspicious or anything. This is just literally, it's good business, is these reporters carry water for the Steelers. Right? Which means when the Steelers are in a labor dispute with Le'Veon Bell, it is in the media's best interest to report it in a way that makes everyone feel the way the Steelers want you to feel and not the way Le'Veon Bell wants you to feel. The fact that they've just been outright lying about the facts or misrepresenting the facts or making it seem like there's been a deadline this whole time that there hasn't been. Like, look, man, it's that's follow the money, man. That's like isn't everybody upset because every institution is dirty and shady like this? Like, this is just part of it, man. Like, this is blood money. This is blood money. And these guys, any one reporter could be like, no, I'm going to report the truth. And that guy's going to be out of a job tomorrow.
Yeah. It's money. Like, you're right, but it's also drama, man. Like, I know the NFL is a soap opera. I know that just for example, okay, so 2 years ago or 3 years ago, the NFL changed their injury policy to make everything questionable. Yeah. So for decades, people were either probable, questionable, doubtful, or out. Right. So whether you're a fantasy player or a football fan, you knew by Friday's injury report if they were probably going to play. We knew that questionable meant really not playing back in the day. Probable, 95% of the players were probable. Now, because of fantasy and because they want to keep people's interest, they make everyone questionable. So they make everyone stress out. They make all these questionable mean to me means 50-50. Great game time decisions. I mean, they just want everyone to hang around as long as humanly possible. And it's the thing.
Sorry, Jeff, I don't mean to step over your point, but not only that, they made that change a couple years before gambling became legal, which means they knew that gambling was going to become legal in a couple years. And so, okay, let's make a rule that makes it harder to gamble. Because right now, our little system is actually a bone to gamblers because we know that people gamble even though it's illegal. That's why newspapers would report games, like would present the betting line, even though gambling on those games was illegal. Yeah. It's all been a lie, a farce the whole time, right? But like they knew that gambling would be legalized. Like, dude, this is all super. Like,
it's all drama. It's following the money. It's all drama. Like honestly, dude, like. There are a lot of people following the Le'Veon Bell story, and there's new turns every like last week there was a transitional tag. First 7 weeks, 8 weeks, no one ever mentioned a transitional tag, and now it comes out that the guy can sit because he spent 4 weeks. He spent 4 years of his contract. So now the 50 can sit out basically and not report for the rest of the season.
Basically. He would be a restricted free agent under the transitional tag, right? Because the Steelers, because then, okay, which fine, right? That's all well and good. Like if he's just going out to get paid, like fine, the Steelers can match it. He wanted the Steelers to match it, like and if they don't match it, fine. He's a free agent. Either way, Le'Veon Bell knew what he was doing this whole time. His agent knew what they were doing the whole time. All of these selfish fantasy football fans. Being like, oh, I want people to get paid, but I don't think this is good advice. No, man, everyone got played. Everyone's getting played.
Yeah. So look, I mean, whatever my stance is on what Le'Veon is doing, like I'm okay. I kind of support what he's doing. I just wish I had the information. That's all.
Exactly. Well, it's by design that you didn't, right? It's by design that we don't.